Okay, I think that the registration started. So thank you, Razin. You can proceed.
So I think that everyone, do you see my screen? Is it
Yes.
okay? So don't hesitate if you have any question to interrupt me. So we are continuing the presentation of the DHS, and this is the release 5. The content of this presentation, we have a quick review of the architecture, the defined roadmap, and the new features will be presented also. So let's go. This is a quite just a little reminder about the architecture. So we have these three components, which are the main part of the GSS. And the first one is the ingest, which will retrieve the products from different sources, GSS, CDSC, a directory, or a DOS. And after that, he provides the products to the catalog, which use OData to 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 retrieve the products, to display the products. And we have also an admin part, which is responsible just for the configuration. And we have also a queue for the processing of the ingestion and the database and a Solar index. So this is just a quick view of the architecture we implemented. So the roadmap was about to have three main releases, and now we have we are presenting the DHS 5 with the main features were about the ingestion from CDSC, the using of the admin API to configure the ingester in the data stores, and also some bugs fixing and GDPR compliance. Okay, the target version of this release is the 1.3.0, and the sources are available in this at this link. You can have access to the sources, and you have also Docker components for the different components that I presented. You have a Docker version of them to quickly deploy and test. Okay, about the CDSC ingestion is a way to connect to the CDSC, every CDSE catalogs, and to retrieve the products. We use a basic or O2 authentication. It is configured on our software, and you can connect to every CDSC compliant catalog. The main features implemented was the configuration using the admin API. So it is possible now to just make a request and to configure, to create, update, or delete, for example, producer, which is responsible of retrieving the products on a source, producer and consumer. So it is this kind of request. Here is a screenshot from Postman. And you have also another way to configure the consumers, which read the messages coming from the producer. And he is able to, with the task list, we have defined a set of tasks that the consumer will execute after retrieving the products, ingest in the data store, in the metadata store, and so on. We can have a description during the presentation, during the demo. Okay, we can also have a producer, we can configure a producer with a CDS as a source. We have to fill some properties, and the main one is about the kind of authentication here, which is using a O2. You define the token endpoint to connect to this source, and it is in this way that you can configure a producer using a CDSC, reading products from a CDSC. The consumer use the same way to configure. You define the URL of your catalog, the client ID, the token endpoint, and after that you can and the authentication and precise the type of connection. This is CDSC. And for the other task, the task list, for example, it is the same. It is in the same way for all the consumers, all type of consumers. Okay, is it okay for everyone, or do you have a question? Okay, so let's go. You have also the possibility to configure the stores, and the information of the stores are collected, the permission, and the type of the stores. We have a time base. For example, in this screenshot, you have a time-based data store, which is responsible of keeping the products in a set of data store with a keep period. This is an example of a time base. We see it further during the demo. You have also an HFS data store. We define just a folder where to put the products. And we can define also a Solar data store, Solar metadata stores to keep the metadata of products. You have to configure the host defined for this metadata store. If you have an authentication way to connect, you fill you fill the provided properties correctly. Okay, we have new files for configuration when we use this way to create our consumer, producer, and so on. For example, for the ingester, we have to indicate in a file, a property file, the DB URL, and its connection access, and the data stores that we will use during the ingestion. Here we have, for example, a set of 3 data stores, the metadata stores, and the different producer to launch. He will retrieve the correct configuration into the database with the name provided. For the catalog, we have also the same way to configure. We precise the metadata store, the data stores, and the metadata stores where the catalog will check the products. We have also a Swift configuration if you have a Swift data store to connect to. We have these properties, process eviction by time, which is to enable or disable the eviction for the catalog, and also the direct download link and quota disable, just to check the quotas or to obtain a direct download for some type of products. Okay, this is for the configuration of the catalog, and here it is the configuration for the admin API. The admin API is will help us to create all the configurations, and we have to precise the database the information about the database, and we have to encrypt to secure the passwords, for example, of the different stores, of the different consumers, and so on. We have encrypted in the database, so you have to fill a secret key password to encrypt it. It is the same which will be used in the different configuration file, because we need it also in the catalog and in the ingestion. So this is a little presentation about the configuration, the new configuration file we will use. And then you have already saw it during the last demo. It was the quotas. They are all already available. It was the quotas about every client, about the download and the parallel download. We have a little look on it. So I propose, if you don't have a question, to go further on the demo. Is it okay? Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So we have already a system installed. The first step about when you connect is to configure to launch the admin API to configure your different producer, consumer, and data stores. So we have a Docker Compose for the admin API. It will launch the admin API, and we can, as I precise you, we can have a look on the properties. Which are described here. So we have the password, and we have to connect to this database. Okay. So this is a quick description, a quick overview of the configuration file. So as we connect to as we launch the admin API, we can perform our request to create and the data stores, create the producers. And in this use case, we will have a producer for each product type. It is the use case that we choose to have a producer, a consumer for Sentinel-1, Sentinel-2, Sentinel-3, and to put them in different HFS data stores. So we will first start with the creation of the time-based data store, which you can see here. Okay, I have a time-based data store with this name, and it contains a data store, an HFS data store, where the path of the folder is described here. So we have a queue period in seconds. Here it is 15 minutes of the products. So I can create it just by sending the request. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Little. Okay. Something's went wrong. Nothing here. I forgot something, I think, about the request. Okay, let me check. Oh, no, that is nothing. Sorry for this. You can check the admin API. on the URL. Sorry, I have to check the. Okay, I understand what's happened. Sorry about it. I don't have this. What's happening? Oh. GSS admin. Sorry about it. I'm just checking my configuration. I don't have a servlet path. Yes, I had it. Yes, it's this one. I forgot to add it in the URL. Sorry. So here it is the creation. We can create the time-based data stores. It is created here, and we see that everything went well. And we have also an HFS data store. Okay, let's go for the, this is for Sentinel-1. Yes, we call it HFS time group Sentinel-1. We can create also an HFS data store. And we created, it is HFS for the quick look. We created this data store to have we can have a separate folder for the quick looks, for example, during the ingestion. And now we can update, for example, we can update the data stores to add the time base, to add this property evict reference, which means that we can evict all the, when during the eviction, the hard eviction, when the products will be removed, we will evict also all the attached files of these of the products. So I will add it. As we can see, we don't have this property here, the evict reference, but we can add it with a patch request. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so now you have all the properties set for this ingest, for this time-based data store. Now we will go to create a producer. We will connect to a collab with a basic authentication, and we will check all the products matching this filter. This is, for example, Sentinel-1 products, which creation date is greater than the end of the last month. We can change the filter according to the need. I will put on the 7 to have more recent products, 7th of November. Okay, and so we check 5 products by 5, for example, and we can launch the request. Oh, I forgot to add it. Okay, now we define where to put the notification about the different queue. We use a Kafka queue. We define the host here, and we define also the source. Everything goes well. We have the producer created. We can precise also the consumer. It use some properties are similar to the producer. We have the host, the topic. The topics is is a kind of way to, the producer will put the products on a specific topic, and the consumer will read this specific topic to retrieve the products. It's this the reason that we have the same here. So we have to create everything goes well. We define the source, the user, the password, and the different tasks which will be processed during the ingestion. The ingest in data store, and we define the data store's name where we want to put the products. Ingest in metadata store, we define the metadata stores. We don't create it yet, but we will define it. The extract metadata task. And after that, we have the create quick look. So it will create the quick look according to the products he retrieved. It retrieves. So I will create them. Okay, we have our consumer created, and we will create also the Solar metadata store. Okay, we have this request. Here it is. We precise the host. We have 3 Solar hosts here, and we precise them. And we don't have only, as it is a test environment, we don't have any authentication, but you have the possibility to precise the user and password for this Solar. Okay, let's go for the creation. Okay, you can modify or delete the data stores or the metadata stores if you want. Okay, so we created all we need just for the Sentinel-1. We can continue and create for Sentinel-2. It is the same way, Sentinel-2, Sentinel-3. But we can check now how it works to have the ingestion. Okay, let's go for the ingestion. Just checking my resources. Okay, nothing. For the ingestion, as I precise you, we will try with ingestion from for Sentinel-1 products. We have a property where we define the different data stores to use for this ingestion. We define here that we use the data stores defined for quick look, the time group, and the data store inside the time group. We have this, the name of the metadata stores, the producer to use, and the consumer. We don't forget to add the secret key password for the connection to this different, if you need it. Okay, this is our configuration, so we can launch the ingestion and check what's happened. Okay, so we have a new container created. You can see it here. So we have, oh, this is not the good one. The ingestion started. As you can see, this is the logs of the Docker, but we can have a better view on the file defined for the logs. Oh, sorry, I have a little issue with my computer to manage all these resources at the same time, so I'm a little sorry about it. Okay. I have to stop a process. I will stop the admin just in a few minutes. Oh. Okay. Okay, we can have a look on the ingestion logs, which are here. Logs, and we have for the we redirect the logs here to have the ingest about so in the ingestion we saw that he found Sentinel-1 products. He put them in the queue and saved a message, and he continued with every product that he found on the source. So he will check. After that, the consumer will read these messages, and we'll see it after that. Okay. So okay. Project queued. Save. Okay. Also Postman, just to check the consumer that we have. With this request, we can see all the consumers we created. And I just need this one. Ah, no, I stop it. Sorry, I stopped the admin API, so we cannot execute the request, just to free some resources for the ingestion. Okay. Secured. Consumer. Okay. During this process, the products are retrieved from the source that we had configured the column and put into the queue, and the consumer will read this queue to provide to check the products and put them in the data stores and metadata stores. Let's check there's nothing. Okay. Let's stop and restart it. So as it encounters some issues with the solar during the starting, I will just stop it and resume it. Let's stop. Okay, so we have 5 products queued, and the consumer will start to read them. We see that he put the products to data stores in the HFS data stores. And after that, he will continue to execute the different tasks that we saw for the consumer. So put in the data store, and after that, ingest in the metadata store which is solar in our case. You can see it here. First of all, he will ingest in data store, which we define here. And after that, ingest in metadata store, which is solar. And after, the next step is to extract the metadata into solar. So we have 4 steps, you can see. We can see that, for example, we have the 4th step to execute. It is set into the log, and he will continue the process and consuming and getting the products from the queue and consuming them. We just, so this is how it works. And we will check the result on the catalog after. Oh no, I stop it. We can see the solar instance. For example, it doesn't have the products here. We just have to wait a little that he process all the products. Sorry for the slow, my slow computer, but it will take just a little more minutes to. Oh, I don't know. At this step, do you have any question about the configuration? Do you want to know something or? Okay. So now it's extracting the metadata to put them in the metadata store we define and continuing. Okay. As soon as we have products, we can go further for the catalog, the description. Okay, one product ingested, already one. We wait for just a little more products to have. We have a log for the indexing, the indexing process in the solar, which is perfectly done. Sorry. And it's continuing. Depending of your configuration, it could be it could be very, very faster, but I don't have a very, very, very performant configuration on my computer. So it is we just have to wait the retrieving of the products. Okay, but as we define, we can continue, we can go and create different producer also for Sentinel-2. This is an example. And define the 11th. I forgot something. Yes. We can use the same to define the producer for Sentinel-2. It depends on you to change this filter, so you will have a very specific set of products. and it is the same way we perform the request on Sentinel-3. Okay, but now we just test for Sentinel-1, and we defined also different time stores, time-based data store for each one. This is another folder for Sentinel-3, and we have a different folder for Sentinel-2, for example, just to have a good way to analyze our products. Okay.
Rosina, sorry. Thank you for this, because this is the configuration we suggested in the collaborative operational scenario. So thank you to show it. But I think that in the meantime, the ingestion is started, and maybe you could show some product in the catalog.
Okay.
Thank you.
I just check the products. Okay. Okay, let's check for the catalog. We'll stop the ingestion a little, just for the way. For the catalog, we have also the application properties, which define where we can define the different parameters to launch the application, the context path, the secret key password, and the way to say that we want to use the DB configuration. So the configuration that we created using the admin API. You define here the data stores and the metadata stores you will use. Here we enable the eviction. We have an eviction by time, which is enabled. So it will process the keep period and remove the products from the data stores and metadata stores. So it is a hard eviction. We can launch it using the Docker component. Let me, okay. So, okay. We launch here the Docker component for the catalog. And you can see it here. Okay. Just checking everything went well. Okay. We launch it. We can access to the catalog using a browser or everything you have. Okay. So we have the OData catalog with the products that it retrieves from the source. It is as usual, we have the description of the product with its property, and we can perform also some requests or data requests on the catalog. For example, we can see a detail of a product. We take the first one. Oh, I forgot to add the parentheses, sorry. Okay, here is a detail of a product, and we can navigate on the nodes, for example. We have some nodes of the products. Let me check. The first, we have the nodes here to check in detail some part of the products. Nodes. Okay, so here are the details we have in the nodes. We have some properties, and we can also display one node in particular. Sample. No entity from those, so there is nothing after that. We have also when you are on the products. Oh, sorry, I forgot to add the S. Sorry. Oh, what happened? Sorry, my solar was okay. So I was off products. Sorry for this issue with my environment. Also, oh, the catalog stops. Sorry. So we have our products here, and we can check the attributes. Let's go to the attributes of this product, the attach file. Sorry, the attach file is about to see the quick look. You can also see the attributes further after this one. Attach files. So we have a quick look, for example, and we can download it using this URL. Okay, here is the quick look of our product. And what we can do, you can continue to make some requests on the products. We can filter the products on the name, for example. We can filter on the name, for example. We can choose which one. I don't see. Yes, just contains. We check products that contains just these things, name, these characters. Okay, so it retrieves the products which has this character, this string. We see the string. We see it also here and here. So we have some products matching the filter that are only retrieved. We can perform a request on the origin date, for example, or publication date. Let's say publication date. We put greater than, strictly greater than this date. So we have oh, sorry, all the products which publication date is greater than this one. So this is the request, the result. We have two products only, which answers this filter. So it is what's happened with this filter. I don't know if you have any other question, but it was just a way to show you that with these new features of configuration, it is possible to continue to have the service about the catalog and to ingest products from different sources. Okay, so it is the end of this demo. I let you continue, Elisabetta. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Rosine. I don't know if there are questions. I just want to remark that we tested this version in our validation, and we checked also the performance. So we didn't notice any problem with performance, but and so I confirm what Rosine said about her infrastructure. So you can check by yourself, but I'm sure that performance are okay. So thank you very much. If you have any question, do not hesitate. Otherwise, you can contact me also offline as usual, and I will make available the registration on the YouTube channel. No question? Okay, not for the moment, I think. So many thanks, everybody. Many thanks, Rosine, for the demo. And again, contact me for any doubt. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.